ugly.
Five.
Who are the best and who are the worst NFL teams? It's Mike Gill's Fine Five and Ugly Five, brought to you by Dr. Lyle M. Beck on 97.3 ESPN FM, South Jersey's football station.
All right, here we go. The Fine Five and the Ugly Five. These are my 5 best and 5 worst teams in the NFL. See if you agree with me, PG. You know, last week I had Dallas as the worst team. They had a 7-game losing streak. They deserved to be the worst.
Well, they
won.
They
got out of it. They won.
Good for them.
They got Romo back. So you were absolved, Dallas, from being the bleepiest team in the league.
They're still 3-7.
Yes, and I've told you, I don't think they're out of it, and I think they can lose tomorrow, and I think they will lose. Not only do I think they're going to lose tomorrow, I think they're going to get bombed tomorrow. I think Carolina wants to run it up on, not run it up, but just make a statement tomorrow, and I think they will. Their defense is legit. Keep in mind, Hardy plays for Dallas. Who did Hardy used to play for?
Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, thank you. Keep that in mind.
That was easy.
All right, here's my Fine Five. These are the 5 best teams in the NFL. Number 5 is really hard. I don't know where to go this. I'm not going with Denver with Brock Osweiler. I don't buy him, so he's not in. Right now, Minnesota lost to Green Bay at home. They're out. I don't know where to go with the number 5 team, so I'm going to just go Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to go Packers here and give them my number 5 spot in the Fine Five.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you talk about statements, Green Bay should try and make a statement tomorrow night. It's Thanksgiving.
Yep.
It's Brett Favre game. It's Aaron Rodgers. It's Lambeau.
That's the game.
It's a statement.
You know who's closing in on that number 5 spot? I thought about putting Kansas City in there. You know I liked them at the beginning of the year. I'm not ready to put them there.
They lost 5 in a row. They lost Jamal Charles, but guess what? They're right back in it.
Number 4, the Bengals. Bengals have lost 2 in a row. I still like them. I think they're hitting a little, they played a rough patch in the season here. They've hung in both those games. They could have won. Showed me a little bit, that they hung in both those games. But right now, Bengals, they dropped. I had them at number 3 for most of the year. I moved them down to 4 this week.
Yeah, I think the Bengals, that division is obviously theirs to lose at the moment, and we'll see what happens come playoff time.
Number 3, I'm going Patriots. Too many injuries for me. The wide position is a mess for them. Obviously, the offensive line, they're getting some line help back, but there's just a lot of injuries there. To me, if they got matched up with my top 2 teams, I think those 2 teams might beat the Patriots head-to-head, so I'm going Patriots 3.
Yeah, you could call the Patriots system plug and play, but, these injuries, talk about piling on. They are piling on this team right now.
Number 2, I'm going Cardinals. I think the Cardinals might be the most complete team in the league. That loss to the Rams still bothers me enough to keep them in the 2 spot.
As it should. It was Nick Foles.
But I love that Cardinals team, man. And people keep forgetting the Eagles play the Cardinals down the road here.
Yeah, that'll be a loss.
That's going to be a tough one. So Philadelphia plays New England and Arizona. Don't leave Arizona out when you're talking about who Philadelphia still has to play. And my number 1 team is Carolina. I think Carolina's the best team in the league. They got the best player right now. They got Cam Newton. He's the best player in the league right now.
He really is. That game against Washington, it was close in the first quarter, and then Carolina just blitzed them. They ran away with the thing.
I like that team a lot, and the one reason I like them is we talk about the Eagles, well, they don't have the talent. Carolina doesn't have the talent. They have no receivers to speak of.
Devin Funchess, Ted Ginn Jr.
They stink. Their receivers. Don't tell me that Philadelphia, well, they don't have enough talent. Carolina's playing with half a deck. They lost their best guy, got hurt in the preseason.
Benjamin, yeah.
That team should be even better. All right, they're my Fine 5. These are my Ugly 5. They're the 5 worst teams in the NFL. This is really hard to find the 5 worst teams because every team is mediocre. But these 5 teams stand out to me. Number 5, I don't know that they're the 5th worst team in the league. They beat Arizona. But I'm going the Rams.
They beat
and you
Seattle.
know why?
Yeah.
1, they gave us St. Bradford. Thanks a lot, you jerks. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
The Eagles gave him Nick Foles and a second.
They benched Nick Foles, but here's why I'm really putting them in there. Jeff Fisher, your quarterback gets lambasted last week. He's dead weight on the ground. They can't even lift him up. He falls down like a ton of bricks, and you stick him back out there. You're the 5th worst team in the league for that.
Yeah, Jeff Fisher, the best 8-8, 7-9 coach out there that money can buy, Jeff Fisher.
And you know what's funny? Right now, that team is 4-6, right in the thick of things. in the NFC West. Number 4, their brethren, the 49ers. They're the 49ers. Jim Tomasulo is their coach. Your coach farted. You're the 4th worst team in the league.
That's unconfirmed. That's unconfirmed. Next.
They're 0-5 on the road. Can you win me a road game? 1.
Blaine Gabbert and Sean Drone.
Sean Drone.
At the skill position spot.
You were so bad. Guys were retiring before the season started for that team. They didn't want to play. Number 3, San Diego has lost 6 in a row. They got so many injuries there. They're minus 69. That's funny in itself. So one coach farted. The other coach left his player out there to get just lambasted and left them out there. San Diego's just got injuries all over the place. They're legitimately a bad football team. Number 2, Johnny Football is now the 3rd-string quarterback in Cleveland. I'd cut him. I mean, to me, there's no use of keeping this circus around your football team. They're the 2nd-worst team in the league. And the only reason they're number 2 is because Tennessee's uniforms the other night were so hideous that they've got to be the worst team in football because they were wearing the worst uniforms and blew a lead against Jacksonville. That makes you the worst team in the NFL.
Laffy Taffy uniforms.
Papa Smurf. And you're going to see them again tomorrow because Carolina, I believe, broke in and stole their uniforms, and they're going to wear them tomorrow against the
they're
Cowboys.
doing the Color Rush uniforms.
Yeah, tomorrow they're wearing the Color Rush. Dallas is going all white from head to toe, white.
I can handle the all white.
And Carolina's going with blue, blue, and blue.
The Carolina Tar Heel blue.
That's right.
Wow.
That's what you get tomorrow. There's my Fine 5 and my Ugly 5 here on the Sports Bash 97.3 ESPN.